Ever feel like you're out of ideas when it comes to classroom consequences? I've been there. And in today's video, I am sharing my top 4 go-to consequences that help me reinforce and cultivate positive, respectful, and orderly classrooms as a teacher. Coming up next. Hey, teacher friends, Michelle here. I am a behavior strategist, and I help teachers, schools, districts, and student-based organizations with strategies, systems, and insight to help manage student behaviors and learning environments with less stress and less struggle. And in today's video, I am sharing my top 4 go-to consequences, strategies that I have found to be effective, not only for my own classrooms, but in many classrooms I've supported as a behavior strategist. These are methods that I rely on because they work, and I'm excited to share them with you today. So let's get into it. Go-to consequence number 1, verbal and nonverbal redirection. Now, this may sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful when used strategically. Verbal redirection is as simple as saying the student's name, reminding them of their expectation, or informing them on what you want their next step to be. For example, Mark, focus on your paper. Jennifer, pick up your pen and start writing. Ladies in the back, voice level 0, you'll have time to chat at lunch. So verbal redirection quickly redirects their mind to what they should be doing instead of what they actually are doing. So they really don't have to think, they just have to listen and do. Now, don't underestimate nonverbal cues. Something as subtle as eye contact, a hand gesture, or even standing in close proximity can shift a student's behavior as well. These redirections are low-key but effective because they address the behavior without escalating the situation. The goal is to bring the student's attention back to what they should be doing without causing embarrassment or calling too much attention to the misbehavior they're demonstrating in the moment. It's all about shaping behavior while preserving student dignity. Go-to consequence number 2, one-on-one conversations. Sometimes a quick redirection isn't enough and you need to have a deeper conversation. I always prefer to do this as privately as possible, away from the audience of their peers. In these moments, I listen to the student's perspective, I acknowledge their feelings, and then I talk about the impact of their behavior. This helps to build trust and rapport while also giving the student the space to reflect. It is important to let students know that their actions matter and that they're seen and they're heard. This is not a conversation that has to happen or last for more than 10 minutes while you're teaching. If you sense it'll take longer, then I suggest you set it up later in the day or the next day when you have more time to focus. When I'm teaching, I try to have these one-on-one conversations once I have given my class an independent assignment. Now, this is not a counseling session. It's really a quick, let's talk about your behavior and how you can make a shift in your choices session. These conversations can really change a student's behavior patterns over time because the students do feel understood or they feel more understood while allowing you to impart alternative behavior choices, #replacement behaviors. Go-to consequence number 3, OTime. This one is especially effective for students who disrupt learning time. The concept is really simple. If you take away time from the class by being disruptive, then you owe that time back, usually during a break, choice time, or after school, depending on how your school operates. OTime isn't about punishment, it's about accountability. Students learn that their actions have a direct consequence and that they need to make up for the lost time. Now, over the years, I found that this approach teaches responsibility and it helps students value the time that we have in class. It also reinforces the idea that classroom time is important for everyone and that it should not be wasted by inappropriate behavior. To be effective, you will need to be strategic with the time blocks that are owed. For example, if choice time is a total of 10 minutes, the owed time for a misbehavior should not be 10 minutes because that means your student will lose all of their minutes in one fell swoop at one time. Instead, try increments of 2 to 3 minutes. And this way, it will give students a few chances to change their behavior before losing their entire choice time. Go to consequence number 4, reflection sheets. Now, these are especially useful when a student needs to process their behavior. I've developed a simple format with 4 key questions. Question number 1, what happened? So question number 2, why did it happen? Question number 3, what could you have done differently? And question number 4, how can I help? Reflection sheets guide students through a process of self-reflection, helping them to take ownership of their actions. And this is not just about getting them to say that I'm sorry. It's really about helping them to think critically about their behavior. What led up to it? How they can improve it for next time. This has really been a game changer for me in helping students learn from their mistakes and take steps towards positive behavior change. So there you have it, my top 4 go-to consequences and why they work. These strategies have helped me to maintain an effective, respectful learning environment for over 16 years. And I have seen them transform behaviors across classrooms and across age and grade levels. Quick question for you. What is your go-to classroom consequence? And how has it helped you? And how has it helped to improve behaviors in your classroom? Leave it in the comments below. If you found today's video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you have any more questions or want more tips on managing student behaviors, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.